gotta hate. When I see a player made it out, no bars, no cage, no locked doors, you feel me now? It's a lot at stake, hope one day you'll figure it out. Game is a bitch, but with a period going on, she the type bringing problems outside showing off. No one don't like that, guess I'm too good for her. Say it every time, you see I ain't through with her. I'm smooth as my last tune, I should've did jazz too. I sip the finest wine, yeah, the type of women pass you. Wouldn't know how to approach you, too bashful. Gotta have style and the gift of the gap too. Leave with the winning, from the top we just beginning. Take off, I got the hang song. Now they all can feel I got something that you can't see. Someone call it speed.
Music might be hands off.
Might be hands off, but they all can feel me. Be damned if they don't do his magic and his chance too. Can't help but to dance, cause the trend's too powerful. Unless you're on Zans and your mind don't work for you. I wear the pants, they too big, they'll sag on you. You can fit your two in one leg, get your weight up. You don't like me or what I do, you's a hater. Cool as a fool, I only deal straight up. Thinking about crossing me, you better be prayed up. Now let's just save us the way that you save us. Collect the collateral, so I can put it all in the trap. Not dressing anything. Double cross, get turned to death, the more I'm back. Come and try to end it up. I fired, call ambulance. I fired, my fire can't say they strong on the song, but it's just some lies, man. Kelly cool on the song, but this is fire, man.
Yeah. We in the building. You already know. Let me stop this. Damn, we back. Yeah. And you know I ain't alone. You feel me? I got the Magic man. You feel me? My boy GB Magic.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Magic Blair L, the homie. He in the building. For sure. And as you already know, this is about Kal-El. You know who y'all know as Superman. Kal-El is a Moor, you know. And matter of fact, I brought a L with me, you know. I got a L with me. You know, if you want to introduce yourself to the people, brother.
Yo, what's up, people? What's up, fam? Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see.
You know what it is. The name speaks for itself.
For sure. And that's what I want them to realize when they're looking at the name Kal-El. Because Kal-El is the name of who we call Superman. I might be getting a little feedback. Let me see something.
What they should have said, Cal from the House of L.
It's real.
That's what it is. You look at the choir of the angelic hosts that interacted with man on this planet. They all had that L attached to their name. Whether it was Michael, we call him Michael, it's Mikael, Raphael, Uriel,
Hmm.
Samael, Azazel. It was all L's.
Exactly. Representing the Elohim.
That's it. And
Yep,
Elohim is
exactly.
plural.
Yep. Meaning the host of heaven. In the host of heaven are the gods. Like God say, or like the Bible say, God sent in the congregation of the mighty. So that
There it
means,
is, Psalms 82.
yeah, that means they're all God. You all are God. You know.
And he judges among them. That's it. He said, yeah, look, we're going to come together and we're going to make a decision about how we're going to do this.
Hey,
We're about to go
watch
down to
this.
that planet down there. We terraformed that. Now we're about to go down there and put some life on it.
See, watch this. El or Elo, right? But then when you got him, it's like saying home. You know, this this is the L's home, Elohim.
Yep.
You know, yeah. So that's definitely what we getting at when we say Kal-El, because that's the actual name of Superman. You know, he's from Krypton. We all know that, but it's just to me, it's the root story, and this is your roots. You know, this is our
And not
roots.
only that, they don't have last names.
Hmm. That's for sure.
None of them have last names.
Exactly. You know, like more so than being from any continent, like Africa, America, anything. We from the stars.
That's
You
it.
know, So this is your real root story. The Superman story is your actual root story, But yeah, we definitely gonna tap in. I'm gonna first hit y'all, you know, with something that that even the Albions
Backed
can
by
agree.
science.
Yeah, even the Albions can agree. This coming from Forbes, JV Shamari. He was a contributor. Because, we ain't doing nothing but collecting this good information. It's all divinely prepared. It's nothing new under the sun, of course. But science says Superman should be black. Yeah. I
Yes,
wonder
sir.
why. Because for some reason, our people believe that a man who gets his power from the sun would be would look like this. Um, I think that's impossible. You know, but this would
You know what I just thought about? That's a real strong point right there. Just that by itself should be like in the minds of the listening audience. Like, damn, if I got a white car and a black car by side, fresh paint, that black car's gonna get hot. But that white car is gonna stay cool to touch because it's reflecting sunlight, it's not absorbing sunlight.
exactly, exactly. So so it's yeah,
It can't
it's
it,
like
can-
saying
that white car can't process that sunlight, so it rejects it.
it's like saying you are what you eat. You know, so basically you are what you absorb. We are absorbed. Like we absorb sunlight. So we are sunlight. We are condensed sunlight.
That's it.
For real. So that means we have stardust. In
And
us.
on top of that, if the truth be told, we're invisible. No one's ever seen us.
Hmm.
Ever. I have a story, hypothesis, logic, but it's
Yeah,
provable.
like.
Watch this. We're taught that the sun is 93 million miles from the Earth. That's a long distance, right?
Hmm.
And they say it takes 8 minutes for the light of the sun to reach the Earth, for us to see that light.
Yep.
If the science is true, and I believe it is, then that means we've never seen the sun. We've seen where the sun was, looking at its past. It's moved on 8 minutes into the
Exactly.
future from the time that we
Exactly.
take to look at it, right?
Hmm.
Now, following that train of thought, in order for someone to see us, they have to recognize the light photons bouncing off of us, reflecting back to them for them to see us from old
Exactly.
light.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
I
they
know what
don't
you're
even
saying.
see us, they see where we were.
That's real. That's deep.
So the only reason they see us is because they believe in us. Believing is seeing. Because
Ah,
they don't see each other. Because he'll go to break into a firehouse to save his dog before he save his woman.
for sure. Yeah.
That's it on him, right?
Yep. Yep.
He'll divorce his wife and keep his dog. That's it, right?
Hey, but yeah, let me I'm gonna tap on how that like in this Forbes article it says Superman should be black. And by that I mean he should have dark skin. And not that he's African American or any other person of color. After all, the Man of Steel is from the planet Krypton, not Earth. That said, Superman should indeed be played by a black actor in future superhero movies. And it's more reasons than just political. He said, my argument for why Superman should be black is based on science. Before I explain the reasoning, however, we need to address a sensitive subject race. Many people use skin color as shorthand for ethnicity, but race has little meaning in biology. It's a social concept that describes recent ancestry. Yeah, race matters for superheroes because it contributes to their identity. And over the past few decades, comic book pushers and movie studios have increasingly changed characters to reflect the society's ethnic diversity. While that should be applauded in principle, identity changes are often short-term publicity stunts. Yeah, yeah, it might sound cynical. Boom, 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 boom. Just a minute. This is so good. Where am I?
Scroll wheel acting funky, huh?
Yeah, it's acting funny because I could shrink it and it'll be easier. If I just, cause I try to blow it up so it'll be easier to read for everybody. The only reason I have, but we need to just say, okay, race. Bam, next one, next paragraph. It might sound cynical, but if publishers and studios had pure intentions, changes would be permanent. As long time comic fans know, major heroes almost inevitably revert back to their original identities. Rather than promoting diversity just for diversity's sake, I believe the case for changing a character's identity is made stronger if the rationale makes sense based on origins and powers. The change is more likely to be welcome and become permanent if it's based on logic, not gimmick. And that brings us to Superman. So we're gonna use logic on why Superman should be black,
Right,
because
right, right.
or a more, correctly put, but because most superpowers break the laws of physics. Explaining why they're impossible is a pointless exercise. For the science of superheroes, it's more fun to focus on what's plausible. So while Superman's powers probably require unrealistic amounts of energy to work, we can at least imagine how to maximize the energy he needs. Solar powered cells. In the movie Man of Steel, Superman asks his biological father why he's different from humans. As Jor-El explains, Earth's sun is younger and brighter than Krypton, and Krypton.
And Krypton's was. Your
Earth's sun
cells
is
have
younger and
drunk
brighter than
deep
Krypton.
radiation,
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
strengthening your muscles, your skin, your senses. The fact Superman is powered by solar radiation, light, is also shown in Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. In one sense, he regenerates after bathing in the sun's rays, paying homage to the comic that inspired the film, The Dark Knight Returns, when he tells Mother Earth the sun's power fuels us both. Almost all life on Earth is ultimately powered by the sun via photosynthesis. Plants and other organisms use light to make food, carbohydrates, from CO2 and water. Their photosynthetic cells also release oxygen, which can be used to burn the energy-rich carbs that fuel metabolism. Superman's cells would carry out a process similar to photosynthesis. Instead of making carbs, maybe he synthesizes fictional molecules that store even larger amounts of chemical energy. Light rays consist of photons, subatomic particles that behave as both waves and pure energy. The length of a wave you scroll up, where do we go? The length of a wave determines, uh, right there. The length of a wave determines a photon's energy. Short wavelengths, gamma rays, X rays, and UV light, are at one end of this spectrum. Long wavelengths, like infrared, at the other. High energy radiation such as UV damages living tissue, 5G, you didn't hear that, and can trigger genetic mutations, potentially causing cancer. whereas low energy radiation is harmless but has low energy. As a consequence, Superman would absorb photons from the visible spectrum. In complex organisms, photons are harvested by specialized compartments, such as the chloroplasts in plant cells. Chloroplasts contain proteins that funnel photons toward pigments, which convert energy from light. When photons hit a pigment molecule, its electrons gain enough energy to leave there. Go ahead. Scroll up.
Well, yeah, hold on 1 second. My computer trying me right quick, but I got you right now.
You know, time always works against us. When photons hit a pigment molecule, its electrons gain enough energy to leave their associated atoms. Electrons are then passed along chain reactions to produce molecules that can later release the energy stored in their chemical bonds, which is used to synthesize carbs. Colored pigments. On Superman's home planet of Krypton, the best pigment color for absorbing solar radiation would be black. Light capturing pigments act as antennas tuned for picking up photons with a particular energy, and their colors, how they look to our eyes, is determined by which photons they absorb. It's determined by which photons they absorb. Blue photons have more energy than red photons, but few manage to reach our planet's surface. Air and water filter out certain wavelengths. On Earth, land plants have evolved to use the red absorbing pigment chlorophyll, which looks green. Not all photosynthetic organisms are green. However, some plants have red leaves, while purple bacteria can even absorb infrared. Photosynthetic organisms on distant worlds would use whichever pigments are most appropriate to the available wavelengths of light. Green may be common on Earth, but other colors could be more popular on other worlds. This could be exploited to detect signs of extraterrestrial life, as described in a brilliant article in Scientific American by biometeorologist Nancy Kyung of the NASA Goddard Institute for Space Studies. As Kyung explains in her article, the color of plants on other worlds, the limiting factor is not the feasibility of novel pigments, but the light spectrum available at a planet's surface, which depends mainly on the star type. While the light that reach the surface is affected by which wavelengths penetrate the atmosphere, it's ultimately dictated by which rays are emitted by nearby stars. And as comic fans know, Krypton orbits a red star and Superman gains his powers thanks to Earth's yellow sun. Next, why Krypton's environment drives the evolution of dark-colored skin. Yes, sir. I'm
Like if that ain't slapping them in the head, I don't think nothing is. Like it just told
saying.
it just told them that as comic fans know, Krypton orbits a red star, and Superman gains his powers thanks to Earth's yellow sun. You know, who can go outside and get charged up by the sun? You know,
Look at who's that dude? Carl Lewis.
you
They can't
know,
catch him.
hey,
Mike Tyson.
brother,
They ain't knocking him out.
exactly. You know,
Come on,
any
who?
brother that's been in shape, Like, man, when I was in my best shape, it was just something about the sun that got me so crunk. It was like giving a kid candy. You know what I mean? Like,
It was like getting hooked up to a 240.
yeah, for real. And you know
Gotta
now
go, gotta go. Can't stand cold weather, but let the sun come out and see what's up.
that's real.
That cold weather is not for us. You
Not at all, bro.
let it get hot, we come out the shirt. You know, down here in Cali, we got a place called Venice Beach, right? What happens in the summertime? We out there, shirts off, sweating at the weight pile, getting buff, doing the damn
Yeah,
thing.
that's that big tookie in you. You know what I'm saying? You know how Cali
That's
do it
it.
for real.
Uh-huh.
Let me see what I have right here.
They trying to shut the show down. So Bill Gates trying to dim the sun. Dim the sun, really? You're trying to dim the sun for what? Oh,
Because
I
because
get
we
it.
Superman. Because we
Because
Superman.
they can't handle the sun.
We Superman. Why? We supernatural. He wants it to be less than natural. He like, I'm not super. I'm
It's
not
trying to
supernatural.
convert our atmosphere into their atmosphere. Right?
Yep.
So, like with the spraying of all the chemicals, the chemtrails, as they call them, all that stuff. Now you want to mess with the sun? You're trying to change Earth's atmosphere into another atmosphere for whom?
For them. Yep.
See that? So I have to ask myself, if this atmosphere is not conducive to their well-being, where the hell are they from?
Hey, and watch this.
Which rock they come from to get here?
Like, can you see this one?
Yeah, it's real small, but I can see it. Kal-El, Earth One.
Mhm. Oh, I'll blow it up. I'll blow it up. The best of my ability.
What are you saying? But I what? I need being Clark. I need a private meet. Oh, I see. Just like anyone in the past. I've tried. Facts. Culture vulture.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
There it is. There it is. It's blowing up.
He said, I've tried assuming other identities, but it just didn't work. Clark Kent is as much a part of who I am as Kal-El of
Yeah.
Krypton is.
So see, that's why I say this is our root
Clark
story.
Kent.
This is our root story because he was on his Toby. He was on that Toby stuff. Like he wanted to be Toby, to a degree. Like he said, yeah, like he couldn't let go of being Toby. You
Right,
know.
right,
So, but at the same time, he's really Kunta Kinte. You know,
right, right.
he's really Kal-El. And hold on, let me get down here where he say. Here you go.
Superman is Earth's premier superhero and the stalwart protector of Metropolis. Born Kal-El on the distant planet Krypton, he was sent to Earth as a child to survive Krypton's destruction. Asteroid belt, raised with high moral ideals, he uses his extraordinary superpowers to fight evil and protect the innocent. In his civilian identity, he is Clark Kent, a mild-mannered reporter working for the Daily Planet in Metropolis.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, extraordinary superpowers from the sun.
And see, that's interesting too, this asteroid belt thing. Because they keep talking about they say there's a second asteroid belt further out called the Kuiper belt, right?
Yeah. The Cooper belt. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to ask myself. I played asteroids as a child. Video game. Asteroids come from all different directions. They don't have no set path. They catch you slipping, you're done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yet we have an asteroid belt that maintains a dedicated orbit. Which planet blew up?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because in
Like
any
like
scenery,
this is really like the story of Nibber of like when
there you
Nibiru
go.
through and blew up
Maldek.
yeah Marduk. Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. See, yeah, you're quick. You see where I was going with that.
Yeah.
because you can blow up a planet, but you must keep that debris in place because of the electromagnetic necessity of the field staying intact.
Hmm.
If you displace an entire planet, you upset the entire balance of the gyroscope, and chaos ensues. So
Exactly.
that exploded planet was maintained; it was locked in its gravitational orbit still. Because to displace it would have been catastrophic for the entire system.
Exactly.
So whose technology was able to not only blow up the planet but keep it confined to its own orbit? That's some serious technology, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
so so we know there's some forces at work that we know nothing about.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. Like, you know, truth be told, a lot of people don't want to believe in nothing they can't feel and can't touch.
Right.
So, but it's really, um, you can say, energies or forms of intelligence that don't inhibit a body. They don't have a physical body, you know,
Real truth.
but they exist nonetheless. And
Oh, absolutely.
that sounds like a video game. That sounds like comic. That sounds like it came out of comic book to these people, But it is what it is.
Because they ain't did no research and they ain't had no out of body excursions either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They ain't live long enough, basically. You know,
Wait till they have one of them near death experiences, and
that's
step
really
out,
what it
pop
is.
out the body.
Yeah, yeah. NDE, like you said, NDE, a near death experience. You know,
And pop out of the body and look back and see themselves laying there and go,
and
what the hell?
that's when you're gonna know you're a Superman.
Been there
You know?
twice.
Yep.
Twice. I don't work on cars. I don't work on motor vehicles. I had two of them explode on me, and you get
Wow.
shook out of the body real quick, and you learn some stuff. I'll tell you something. I don't tell many people. I have my life review, had two of them, and they're not the same. The first life review, I'm me, and everything happens, and I recognize everything, even some of the bad shit I did. You see it all. You miss nothing in this life, from somebody passing by you on the street waving, to car beeping down the street that you didn't really think you heard it, but you heard it. Your subconscious hears everything. Your soul picks all this up. But that's one life review where you're actually yourself. But you also have a life review where you become all the people that you've encountered in your life, in this life stream.
Mm.
And when you become them, you get to experience what they felt by their interaction with you.
Mm.
So if you was a dick to somebody and you hurt somebody's feelings, you feel that yourself as if you were them.
Yep.
So in other words, that second review is going through a role reversal. You're switching positions. So when they say, as you sow, so shall you reap, I believe that wholeheartedly that either in this life or on that side, you're going to review that and you're going to experience what you've done to other people.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Okay.
That's really what karma is. You know, and when we say
That's
karma, we're getting karma. The word period is a Hindu word.
yeah,
Or ancient Tamil, however they want to say it, or ancient Dravidian word. But it's
it's the great
the word.
equalizer.
Yeah, the word karma is that. So in that, and going along with that, then since we got to go there to even learn what karma is, then we might as well go there and understand things like you know their idea when it comes to life. Like they got the yugas. The yugas is like hundreds of 100,000 million years here, 100 million years here, 90 million
Hmm.
here, 80 million there, and you know they going through thousands of yugas to man, it take four, over 4 billion years to equate for one day
That's
in the
right.
eyes of Brahma, which is like one of their main gods. But yeah, not to get off too far because I'm finna slap them in the head. They know who Kyle is. Who is strong? Kal-El
But
or
I went into the NDEs to make a point. Was this is that everybody keeps waiting for some mystical being or whatever to come and save the day, right?
yeah.
Oh, well, Jesus is coming back or Muhammad's coming back. Somebody's coming back to save the day. I asked a question on the other side, and it was basically a confronting question. It's like, yo, you created all of this, and it's crazier than shit down here. Why don't you do something to fix this? in a nutshell, basically, right? Summary. And the response that I got, if I had been punched in the face, it wouldn't have happened any harder. It was simply this: I love you, and I did do something. I sent you, now you do something.
Mm-hmm.
How do
Mm-hmm.
you argue with that?
That's real,
That message is very clear. It says, I'm not sending somebody else down there to try and save you asses.
bro.
Last time I sent somebody down there, they hung them on a cross. With the technology you have now, you'll kill them in half the time. No,
Yeah,
no. I send you. You do something.
man, bro. I remember saying to myself so many times that it was, I started feeling like it's just number one, it's not enough good women. That's how I truly felt. And then it just, it's like they're becoming extinct. So I'm like, whoa, what's up? And I feel like the creator told me when, because instantly when I started thinking like that, all of a sudden I had my daughter, and I'm like,
Right.
man, God was like saying, well, since ain't no good women, make me one.
Right. And that's why I say the earth is not done. Because if the earth was done, if everybody's talking about the end days, if it was done, there would be no pregnant women. Because why would you be sending life to something that's going to end?
It's real. It's real.
So that means that this planet still has a destiny and we're still here. And we're waking up. It's a slow ass process, but we're waking up.
Yep.
Because look at the way you and I connected. This don't happen every day. This happens when it's time.
Hey,
It's just
so,
not our clock, so we don't
so
understand cosmic
was
time.
it even the Bible tell us what that we supposed to wax on, stronger and stronger. That means as we
Oh
get
yeah.
older, we're supposed to wax on greater and greater or get stronger and stronger. So watch this. The logic would dictate that Superman, who is Kal-El, would be stronger than Superboy, which is Con-El, for two
For two
reasons.
reasons.
Kal-El is older and has been exposed to more of the Earth's yellow
Yellow
sun
sun.
radiation. Huh?
The
The
yellow
yellow.
sun of our solar system. Omit.
Go ahead, bro.
The yellow sun of our solar system is what gives Kryptonians their powers. Then the younger Con-El, and two, Kal-El is of a is of a pure Kryptonian origin and not a hybrid. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Kryptonian human that Con-El is. Con-El shares the DNA of. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Really? What? Hold up. Let me read that out loud. I'm over here like, holy shit. Con-El shares the DNA of both Kal-El and of Lex Luthor. Okay,
Hmm.
that messed me up, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, how the hell did he pull that off?
Watch this. Watch this. God dang. Uh,
So wait, there's
Con
there's a there's a mystery woman
Con-El.
in there.
Con-El is the $5 Indian. Like he's a mixed breed.
Right, right.
He he what they call Indian, but he's not. He's not very dark. He's not a pure breed. He's an
Right, but
Arab.
there's a mystery woman in there somewhere because Kal-El and Lex Luthor aren't related.
Well, somehow they got the blood of Superman and the DNA, and they
And Lex Luthor.
yeah, Lex Luthor. He bad. He was an evil genius, but he's the genius nonetheless.
Right, but how did Con-El get the DNA of two men? Where's the female?
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
You know what
So,
I'm saying?
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Who's the female? Was it Lois Lane?
Hey, they got some questions to answer.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Who's the female?
Yep. Hold on, we got a few more. Yeah, I hope everybody got enough sense to know the L's or the Moors. You feel me? That's for show show. I don't know that. So don't be
Did you
fooled.
go see the
Name
battle
ain't
between
correct.
China and Africa?
What you mean? Did I go see it? It was a movie.
Yeah,
No, I haven't seen it.
really. The battle between China and Africa.
Nah, that sound like a good movie though. But it sound like
I'm,
boy,
I'm
they
messing.
still
I'm
trying to.
messing. Watch. I'm gonna break it down now. Watch. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Godzilla versus Kong. Where's Godzilla from?
Okay, that's real. That's real.
Where's
That's real.
Kong from?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I was saying that in the comment. I was in that in the comment when Crumb them broke that down. Yeah, I was like, you know, God.
Oh, you know what? That's right. Y'all did do that. I saw that.
See, when you say Godzilla, you got gods,
Uh huh.
Godz, but then Illa is Allah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you saying God is Allah, Godzilla. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then and then you got the monkey, King Kong. So we already know that's the great ape. That's their mama. That's
Yep.
where they come from.
Yep.
But
You look at them and see that. It's just like them people over in Australia that's still walking on all fours.
Superman is Earth's premier superhero and a stalwart protector of Metropolis. Born Kal-El on the distant planet Krypton, he was sent to Earth as a child to survive Krypton's destruction. Raised with high moral ideals, he uses his extraordinary powers to fight evil and protect the innocent. His civilian identity is Clark Kent, a mild-mannered reporter. But yeah, like I'm keep slapping you upside the head. Not only is he a L, but this man gets his powers from the sun.
That's right.
He's a child of Ra. So obviously to be a child of Ra to that level, to be supernatural with the sunlight, you would have to be super melanated.
That's right.
Yeah,
Ain't no two ways around it. They can't even lie their way out of that bag.
yeah, for real. But some people just believe a cartoon, like might not hold no weight, not understanding that this is just your story, uh, you know, you know, basically dressed up as a cartoon, just like the X-Men and so many other, the
Right. The
X-Men
mutants.
represent the civil rights movement. All the civil rights leaders became the X-Men, became the characters of the X-Men.
And see, I mean, people try to play stupid, but they're really not. They play stupid, but they ain't fooling me because they know this. Everything is hidden in plain sight. Everything. Whatever it is that the elite think they're going to do, it's either in the press, printed, it's on the radio, you get a blurb here or there, it's in the news, you get a little squeak on it, and then it's gone, or it's in a big ass Hollywood production movie, but you're going to see it somewhere. And you may
Yep.
not remember that you saw it until it's in your face, and then you're, wait a minute, wasn't that a movie? No, no, that was telepathy. They were telling you in advance, this shit's coming, are you paying attention?
Yeah, we got
Because
us
you
some.
can go back and find instances of the Twin Towers all the way back to the 40s
Hmm.
in comic books and in commercials and in movies all the way up through the years. You see them towers come down. Even in tarot cards, you see them towers come down. And then it happens in real life and people look surprised. No, no, no. It's even on the money. Them bills were printed in the 90s. So when you get them 2010s, well, if it was already on the bills back in 96 and 97, who coded those bills to represent what they represented if you folded them up a certain way? Somebody knew. They created a talisman. They cast a spell, and we bought it and allowed it to manifest because we didn't pay attention. Signs and symbols for the conscious. Most people are symbol illiterate. They don't recognize the
Ooh,
symbols, so they fall into the pit.
damn. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's the God honest truth. Like,
They show us everything they're going to do. Look at what's his name? Schwarzenegger, Terminator Man, right?
mhm.
In 2006, he comes out with the sixth day. Now, if you go to the Bible, on the sixth day, man was created. But if you go to his movie, the sixth day, a clone was created. It was a 6-day violation. It's cloning people. That was 2006. But they've been cloning people since 38, 39, 40. They had how many years? Pushing up on 80 years. They got it down to a science. So now we fast forward to JB in the White House, and he's got them funky looking ears, but there's 2 or 3 different models. We know he ain't who we think he is, because every time you see him, he's somebody different. But there's a rumor going around, it's been going around for a while, that even Jimmy Carter, way back then, was replaced. He was a robot. And that was a Russian model.
Whoa. Hey.
Yeah, they said there were 23 different models of Jimmy Carter.
So basically, while we've been thinking about, Caucasians putting on masks and acting like us, or, imitating to be somebody else, it's really, AI. They really got AI with masks on, perpetrating as presidents and image people and everything.
Yep. And not only that, if you follow what's happening in Schwarzenegger's movie The Sixth Day, after they cloned him, what they do with that machine? They put over his eyes and uploaded the memories, right?
Yep.
They did the same thing in the Matrix, but they jacked it into the back of his head. So all I've got to do is create a body. Once I create a body, I can upload anybody's conscious memory.
Yeah, that's how they work it.
And I said that for this. The Rock comes out of nowhere, one-term senator, and all of a sudden he's the president.
Yeah.
Whose consciousness was driving that machine?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
What consciousness is driving Biden's machine? Because it's just Avatar. Oh, that's right, Cameron, Avatar. We got another one. See, so that's what I'm saying. They're putting it in front of us everywhere.
Hey, look what they got the white Superman saying. Or the Caucasian Superman saying, "I hate monkeys." So basically, he mad that people like us know the truth. That you ain't really Superman. He ain't really Superman, huh? He's not Kal-El. Anybody can have the name Clark Kent. Shoot, he might actually got the name Kent from them, but they not the bloodline that he come from.
Right. Now, Brother Crumb did a podcast, We Are the Reptilians, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was fire. Because if you look at Superman's S on his shirt, it's not an S.
Serpentine.
Absolutely. Serpentine line, that's us.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's a pyramid. That symbol is a pyramid with an S.
That's it.
Or a diamond, however we want to look at it. Same thing. Because
Right,
the pyramids are really 8-sided. It's not just
yes,
like.
It is.
Yeah. So, yeah, this been a good one, and it should have been easy. Maybe if people actually even knew his name. They don't even know his name, Kal-El. But even if they know his name, man, these people last name could be L. It could be a Moor. It wouldn't matter what their last name is. They don't even know that it means Moor, and they don't know they are Moors. They don't know what a Moor means. And when they look up on YouTube, they get the bull crap, the Pan-African movement.
What they get is what makes them feel good.
Yep.
It doesn't share their comfort zone. But you know what they say? They say, if you don't know who you are, you'll be who they tell you you are.
Yep.
And people better wake up to that reality, because look, for years we didn't know who we were. They told us we were black, and we accepted that. We've been calling ourselves black for how many years now?
Yep.
Then all of a sudden it's, oh, you're African American, well, Afro American, African American, Negro. They can't figure out what the hell to call us, but every time they change the name, we accept the name and go with it, right? Because we have forgotten who we are. And because we have forgotten who we are, we don't disrespect ourselves, we disrespect the ancestors. Because they left us a legacy if we'll only open our eyes to see it. Our history is written in the stones. It ain't on paper and parchment. Our history is written in the stones.
Hey,
And that does not change.
I definitely appreciate you having you on here, brother. That was, that was a long awaited, because I really been planning on doing that build for so long, and I never really put the PowerPoint together. But the proof in the pudding. You know, I think
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
they definitely, I think they definitely can see that it is what it
I'll tell
is.
you what. If listen, they get this, they can't wrap their mind around it, they ain't paying attention. They might
Yeah.
as well go on and pick up the iPhone and go back to sleep.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
know who not to feed. Because when the shit goes sideways and they didn't prepare, they ain't got their mind right. I'm telling them, you know what? Hey, 6 feet.
Yep.
Give me 6 feet. You ain't social distancing.
And that's for real.
you know, getting up, man. People better wake up, man, because a lot of motherfuckers gonna get left behind. A lot of brothers and sisters are gonna get left behind because they just don't want to feed the mind.
That's right.
They're too
Hey,
busy trying to feed the body and feed the ego. Ego has no place in this because we're at war right now. The war is not coming. We're in the war.
that's for
It's
sure.
already here. Yeah, ain't no bombs and stuff, bullets flying around like that. No, no. It's psychological warfare. It's been going on for a long time. This is not new. You better wake up and recognize what the hell is going on. This is a straight psyop and it's pulled off with military precision. They are not playing. And we better stop playing it.
That's for sure. Hey, I definitely
You know?
appreciate it,
For sure, for
you
sure.
on that note, for sure. I want y'all to definitely follow my brother, Magic Blair L. He's a humble brother, but man, he definitely. Be honest with you, y'all need to follow because you're only gonna learn. You're only gonna learn dealing with the brother.
Check game like this, if you don't mind me popping in real quick.
Yeah.
There's two board games that you can play, chess and checkers. We're playing checkers, they're playing chess. But if you were playing chess, what's the one thing you must do if you want to win?
Checkmate.
No. Put your pieces on the board.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't if you don't try, you'll never win.
If you don't put your pieces on the board, you can't even win the game. They've got their pieces where they want them, right?
Hey, put it like
They
this. We
can't
all
tell you where to put your pieces at. Yeah, you set your pieces up where you wanted them. I put mine where I want them. There are pieces. We have to plan our moves.
we
Stop
always
letting them dictate how we move. In other words, like you and Crumb keep saying, control the narrative. They've
Mhm.
controlled it for long enough. It's our turn.
Exactly. And on a Superman note, if you're scared to lose, you'll never win. So
Real talk.
that's
Most
what it is.
dangerous man in the world is a man who has nothing to lose.
Yes, sir. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna drop this little hot music on them, and you know, we up out of here, people. We appreciate y'all.
Stay safe, stay healthy.
Show. Uh,
On the song, but it's just some lies, man. Kelly Cole on the song, but that this if man. I'm Pop's prophecy, my hypotheses. Once Pop dropped the seed, they just drop down the knees. And
They hating on me. Hold on.
the king, well, I'm reaching. as hard as it seems. I'm dropping bars like leaves. Times truth's hard to believe. Just come to plant the seed, turn the plant to a tree. I'm more what the planet needs. Judge a man by his deeds. I'm helping more to succeed. As I'm more supposed to be. We're the same family tree, but you cut from a different bark. Got heart, but it's different heart. Got eyes that can't see. Inside people we tear apart. This work till we do our part. This war, but it's still a heart. We still ain't free. About the Martin, we're still a march. Some like Malcolm, Black Spades, but I'm the king of hearts. Think the system again.